This is my face anytime Andrew or Brandon open their stupid mouths and say stupid things. Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today I'm super excited to be back and I'm covering 90 Day Fiancé, Season 8, Episode 13, Forgive But Not Forget. You guys, I took off last week and I am so happy to be back. I'm happy to be talking about this stuff. So much to talk about, so many idiots on the show. Also, I'm super excited because you'll notice my pictures are better. My 90 Day Fiancé did an amazing job of improving my setup, so you'll notice a lot less blurry pictures, which makes me very happy. So enjoy the pictures, enjoy the commentary. Let's talk about this episode. So right off the bat, we have Mike and Natalie. These two have 20 days to wed. Mike says that they're in a good place. Ha 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 ha, just wait till next week. They're taking steps, or she's taking steps, to quit fixating on the past. So they're having a surprise party for Uncle Beau. Did anybody else forget about Uncle Beau? Remember, he started the season off. Poor Uncle Beau. So it's his 50th birthday, sweet mullet. Sweet mullet on the neighbor lady, too. Her name is Tamara, and she is Mike's neighbor. She brought the cake. So she's good friends with Uncle Beau, and they all sing to him. Mike is happy that Natalie has finally relaxed around Uncle Beau. So I wonder if that means if Uncle Beau will be moving back in soon. Maybe that's what finally does Natalie in next week. We'll see. So 18 days to wed, they decide that it's a good idea to go fishing. He wants to enjoy just this time, and she's freaking out because her visa's ending soon, and she brings up the ring, and she's worried about Corona. She says the situation is really scary to delay a few weeks, and they both saying how stressed out they are. So he's going to teach her how to fish. I'm not sure how one has to do with the other. So in my notes I wrote, he's excited to be able to teach her, aka talk down to her, and she's excited to act like a child. It just seems to be their MO. He says, and I quote, "It's good, clean, fun time." What does that mean? I mean, I know what it means, but what does it mean in this context? I didn't quite get that. She says she has to mess with things and bring up the visa in 3 weeks. She loves to pick at him. He loves to condescend to her. They're a match made in heaven. So with Corona, he doesn't know what to do. He says it's out of their control, and she's saying she doesn't want to be illegal. I wrote in my notes, he's happy to have a reason not to get married. And she says that she can't wait. There's just no other option. So then we go over to Brandon and Julia. And every time I think I cannot dislike this kid any more than I do, he proves me wrong. I hated him this episode. Normally I just think he's a putz or just not very bright and being steamrolled by his mom. But he's a real asshole this episode. And, Julia's kind of funny to me, and I'm not real sure why. I'm sure she'd be annoying in real life, but she's pretty funny. But I actually felt for her this episode. I really did. He was just an ass. She's super excited. This is the church she's been dreaming of. P.S. They were greeted by these people, and the lady was introduced as Senior Warden. Did anybody else catch that? What does that mean? I haven't been to church in a while, so I just don't remember anybody being called Warden. Anyway, but Julia loves the church. She's super excited. They're hoping to have between 50 and 70 people there. What? I mean, again, it's brought up that she doesn't know these people. Betty knows these people. Betty's playing the wedding, Brandon's mom. So the wedding is May 9th, and of course they have to bring that up. Oh, it's Mother's Day. I can't believe they get married on Mother's Day. Bitch, back off. Warden says it's a busy day that day. They just have to make a big deal out of it being Mother's Day because Brandon's mom has to have all the attention all the time. So she's pissed. Julia's pissed because she realizes then that Brandon doesn't know why she wants to get married on the 9th. And he makes up something about being her favorite number, but he doesn't actually know. And she explains, well, no, it's because you wrote, you look like my future wife, and it was on the 9th. So she's pissed that he didn't know. He's like, oh, I forgot. Okay. To camera, she's saying now that she realizes he just doesn't care about the wedding. Okay, yes, that would be annoying. He can't read her mind. He doesn't understand. He's not thinking straight. Fine. Maybe she overreacted. But, oh, he pisses me off later. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out on him now. What? I mean, what? She has it all over him. She needs to just leave him, go back to Russia and start over. Like, find somebody else. This guy's awful. Leave his mom. Leave him. Let him marry his mom. I don't know what the hell's going to happen. It's just so weird. But she brings up that in Russia, he acted more like he wanted to marry her, but now that she's there, he just doesn't seem to care. So, again, things you might want to figure out before you get to this point. Okay, then let's go over to Jovi and Yara. Speaking of guys I hate, Jovi. All I could think of, this is so bad, you guys, I'm so sorry. All I could think of is this poor kid that they're going to have he's going to be one of those kids that's born with a full set of teeth, right? I mean, Jovi's mouth really freaks me out. I say that every episode, but he's going to bite Yara from the inside, this kid is, because of all the teeth. So we see this montage of Jovi and Yara getting along well. There's 12 days until he leaves from work. So the plan is they've made up since the engagement party. They're doing much better. And she's saying it's making her feel better because he's being nice to her. And she's even feeling better about living in New Orleans. So he's been making her happy. They're going to get married in 8 days. And so that's basically what's going on there. So 8 days to wed, she goes to meet with his mom. And they're going to go to the store and look at dresses. So I was convinced I wasn't going to like her mom. And I did not like when Yara was left at home and mom said some shitty things about her. That was not cool. But I do like that his mom, I actually like the relationship they seem to be having. Yara doesn't really have anybody there, and the mom is she's nice to her. She went dress shopping with her. She's, listening to her more than Brandon's mom's listening to Julia. But they go dress shopping. It's a nice moment. Mom says it's kind of weird to look for a dress to a wedding she's not invited to. She wants to see her son get married. The whole thing is Yara doesn't want to do that because her family can't come because they're in Russia. And so they go to this dress shop. She's getting married in Vegas. She's saying she wants a sexy dress. I don't know why. I just think that's weird to say in front of your fiance's mom, but that's just me. She says she wants something easy and that she's very stylish. There's not many options at the store. She doesn't want her belly showing. She looks beautiful. I mean, she tries on all these dresses. She actually ends up picking the one I would have picked. I absolutely loved that long sleeve dress. I thought it was beautiful. But mom's getting upset when she's trying on dresses. She's starting to cry a little bit. And she says, finally, someone's going to marry my kid. I'm emotional. I actually liked mom's tactic. She says, basically, if you want somebody there to keep him in line, I could be there, And I get where mom's coming from. Yeah, she's maybe being a little pushy, but I get where mom's coming from. It's her kid. She wants to see him get married. I can't blame her there. So Yara lightens up a little bit about it and gives in and says, I don't want you to be upset. I want you to be able to come. And his mom is so happy, and it was a nice moment. So then we go over to Tariq and Hazel, and you guys, I'm really trying with these two. I still don't say his name right. Tariq, I think. I like him very much. He's actually probably the most normal on the show. He seems to really care about Hazel. He is being very kind and paying attention to her feelings every step of the way. Whatever she wants, he's down with. Very easygoing. Seems to be, like I say, one of the more normal ones on the show. Every week I like her a little less. I thought maybe it was and maybe it is. Maybe it's a fish out of water situation, a language barrier. She's away from her son. I'll give her passes for all those things. I just think her personality sucks. I really do. Like, the more I'm getting to know her, I just don't like her. She's not being very nice to him. She kind of always has this puss on her face, and he's telling her, I'm trying. Like, what do you want me to do? And all she can say is, I'm mad. So she seems to think that there's something going on between him and their ex-mentee, and that Minty might try to steal him away. But I don't know. To me, it seems pretty obvious that he really loves Hazel. I mean, he dumped Minty for Hazel. So I think maybe it's manufactured drama. I don't know. But I just think she's being, not great about it all. She'd be hard to live with. She says she feels stupid. He's trying to reassure her. But again, I think he's the sweetest. So he's just trying to make her feel comfortable. So we go over to Amira. And she has 22 days until her visa expires. Ugh, you guys, she's filming these scenes in France, and it's just like the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. And I'm thinking, I mean, first of all, dump Andrew. But second of all, if you have to be with this person, why not just have him move to France? That looks like the most beautiful countryside I've ever seen. I'm just obsessed with the background of her scenes. And then you see his, and he's in a shitty little house with his mom. I just don't understand, and none of it makes sense. And then you see him, and it's like, oh my gosh, Magic the Gathering, what is going on? So they're FaceTiming. He's being so cheesy. He says that they can't move forward until she decides about Serbia. Okay, pressure. She's afraid because of what happened with Mexico. She says she'll keep on... he says he'll keep on asking her, and she says he won't give up until he gets what he wants. Oh my God, dump him. He calls her brave. He's buttering her up. I hate him. We go over to Rebecca and Zied, and you guys, okay, I said it before. I'll say it again. I don't believe them. I'm going to skip them because I don't believe them. I think they're happy. I think they're making up this drama so they can be on TV. I think he seems way more normal than she does. I'm moving on. Okay, let's talk about my favorite, Stephanie. You guys, I can't even say this without laughing. She almost called Harris Ryan in like the first sentence on the screen. She says something about Harris. She dumped Ryan, so now she thinks there's a future with Harris. I mean, this is hours after dumping Ryan. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. But she wants to give Harris a big old kiss. Remember, she gave him everything before. I have in my notes, I mean, this is pills. No, I can't say that. Okay, allegedly. Is this pills? Question mark? Like, people don't act like this, right? The eyes closed, the head tilt. What is this? Drunk? Pills? Both? I don't know. I'm just wondering. I'm asking for a friend. No judgment. Take all the pills you want. But I'm just like, no, what's happening here? What's going on? So she's saying she always believed Harris when he told her things that she didn't want to believe and always deep down had something for him. Then she makes it super awkward and tells him it wasn't revenge sex with you. And he's like, okay, I believe you. So he says he intuitively knew that they should be together. He called her the day after they hooked up, and she says that she started having feelings for him. Okay, but you were engaged to Ryan? He called her daily after that, and yeah. Then it sounds like he's got some drama going on too. He calls this other lady his baby mama, and at 17 they got pregnant with their first. They broke up. They've been back and forth a lot. It sounds like they have 3 kids. They've been together for 14 years. Stephanie, run! What are you thinking? This is so crazy. Although, actually, I want to say that Harris, run! Stephanie's so crazy. What are you thinking? So he says that they're both ready to move on, him and the mother of his children. Okay, Stephanie to camera says this guy has 3 kids and co-parents, and I don't know how it's going to go. I'm going to tuck that in the back of my hat. I'm not thinking about anything. That's literally what she said, you guys. I'm not thinking about anything. Well, no shit. You might be on some stuff. It might not be able to think. Just allegedly, hypothetically, I don't know. She says she wants to bring him back to America. Great idea, Stephanie. He says to camera he can do better in America because it has lots of rich people. Okay, good. You guys deserve each other. She says, let's go upstairs. You can get a good night's sleep. Okay. points out that she broke up with her fiance hours ago, and we'll see what happens. Oh my God, you guys! I could spend 4 hours talking about her. It's just like every bad decision somebody could make. She's like, cool, I got this. I can do worse. Don't worry. Hold on. Watch this. Okay, so back over to Natalie. 15 days to wed. So she's saying, I don't have a wedding date. I don't have a ring. I might not have a groom. So I'm going to go look at wedding dresses, as you do. Because of Corona, businesses are shutting down. So she finds this out that this is the last day this wedding dress shop is going to be open. So she's like, I'm just going to go. She's pretending like Mike has no idea, but come on. Okay. So she's going to look at wedding dresses. I'm going to breeze past this part because not much happens. It's kind of silly. The shop's asking her questions that she can't answer, like, when are you getting married? Don't know. Are you going inside or outside? Don't know. How long? Don't know. She gets on the computer. She FaceTimes her mom, and her mom's able to see her try on dresses. She's trying to hide from her mom that she has no idea what's going on or if they're even going to get married. I put in my notes that she really likes looking at herself. She loves to tell Mike how beautiful she is. She loves to look at herself in the mirror. So this is the perfect outing for her because it's all about her and her mirror. So then we go over to Amira. She's headed to the airport. We got there fast, didn't we? It was just kind of like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to the airport. Okay. So she's headed to Serbia to quarantine. So the idea is she's going to do this thing she did in Mexico. She's going to try it again in Serbia. She explains that she and Andrew talked to, it was a immigration attorney who said, yeah, this might work. I would love to hear that conversation. It's probably like, it's really not going to work. Good luck. But we do get a flash that her dad had said, this is a mistake. Andrew's a coward. Again, I say, what are you doing, Amira? Listen to your dad. He likes purple, but he's really smart. He knows. So she's going to be alone in 14 days in Serbia. She's not sure if it's the right decision, but again, she feels like she's being pressured by Andrew. A great reason to go to Serbia by herself. She's saying she's doing everything he's asking for, and even though things are crazy, everybody thinks she's crazy, and things are crazy in the world, she's doing it for love. I say, good luck with that. Meanwhile, back in California, Andrew's hanging out at his mom's house. Seriously, what is it with these boys and their moms? He's got this grumpy face on, this sad face. Oh, poor me. It's been so hard for me. No, it hasn't. You ate a cheeseburger in Mexico. He's talking about her flight landed 9 minutes ago. I was thinking, you are not freaking out because she hasn't called you yet. No, it sounds like he's nervous. I use that in quotation marks because I don't think he really gives a shit. But he's nervous because of her interaction with custom agents. He tries to say it's her fault that she said the wrong thing and it led to her detention. Fuck off, dude. Like, every possible awful thing he's doing. Like, just accusing her. She tried. Like, it's not her fault. You weren't there. You didn't even try. P.S. You guys, I got some intel. I don't know if it's true. I'm going to believe it's true that supposedly production offered to take him to where she was being held in Mexico, and he declined. He wanted to stay where he was at. Don't know if that's true or not. It's alleged. I'm not sure. I'm going to choose to believe it's true because he's that big of an asshole. It makes me hate him even worse. So she's exhausted. She calls Andrew, and he's like, hey, baby. And I just wanted to throw up. He's saying he's incredibly relieved because, all the trauma he's been through. And we go from one awful person to a next. So Jovi and Yara, they're coming out of urgent care. I was like, oh my gosh. 8 days until he departs, so they got to get married real quick. So here's what happened. She's having to walk slow. Unfortunately, she is expecting a baby. She unfortunately slipped and fell. And that would be scary anytime during any pregnancy. But remember, she had a miscarriage before. And I'd like to point out that supposedly he left her while she was miscarrying in another country. when they were traveling, he left to go back to work. So she had to go through surgery and all this alone. And so here she is dealing with this. And what happens? Luckily, she's not miscarrying. The doctor said she'd be okay. She just needs to rest. What happens? He decides, oh no, he needs to go out with his friends. Fuck this guy. The friend calls and is like, you can't miss your own bachelor party. I know that's not his accent, but he's like, I don't know. And so Jovi's like, I'll do what you want to do, but I really want to go. And Yara's like, fine, go. I'd be like, get out, go. It's cool, bye. So they work out this deal. She's like, listen, just go for like 2 hours maximum and go out drinking with your buddies. It's your last night out, whatever. And she's even okay if he wants to go to the strip club. Just be home early. They have to pack. They're going to Vegas tomorrow. And so what does he do? Him and these two guys, they go start off with hand grenades. I mean, he's excited to have a fun night. I don't fault him for going out with his friends. I fault him because he's an asshole. And I fault him for his teeth. But I just hate this guy so much. So I'm going to pick on his appearance, which is not something I normally do. But with this guy, I don't care. So he's just like, he's an idiot. This is the only night you could go out. Really? I know the wedding happened fast. You don't have to go out tonight. I'm going to move on because I'm just getting pissed. So we go over to Hazel and Tariq, and again, he's wonderful. She sucks. Let's hook up Tariq and Yara because I don't like Hazel. I don't like Jovi. Okay, so he's saying this is getting ridiculous. She's still pissed, and he's saying we need to just get over this because we're getting married soon. I got family coming in. You got friends coming in. What are we going to do? And he's pointing out that she's shut down before, and he's not sure what she's thinking because she won't communicate with him. I tried. I just decided I don't like her. I just don't. She's not communicating. She's not being nice. He's going out of his way to be nice to her. She's not returning it. Looks like it's only going to get worse from here. I don't read spoilers. I don't know if they end up together. For him, I hope he's happy. For her, she sucks. I don't know. So from here, we see him go to the Upscale Men's Fashion. That's what that place is called. It made me laugh. Upscale Men's Fashion. Tries on a white tux. His friend Jake is there. Jake's a wedding photographer, so he thought he would know if Tariq looks good. He says he's not sure about Hazel and how it's going. He's not sure, but he says he'll have a nice tux. So June 7th is the wedding. The tux will be ready June 4th, so it's super last minute. I really feel for him there. He's trying. Hazel sucks, but he's trying. Julia and Brandon were over at the church, 54 days to wed. So again, she's saying, in Russia you wanted to marry me, but now you just don't seem interested. Wants to feel like he cares about the wedding more than he does. This is where I hate Brandon. He flips it on he can't even pretend to be interested. It's, even if he's not, it's one of those things you just do. And I'm sorry, it's your wedding day, you ass. It's one of those things you do because somebody else cares. And you don't point that out. He turns it on her and says, you're crying because it's not my dreams to walk down the aisle. And she is crying. And then he says, you want me to be somebody I'm not. I'm sorry. Did we not just spend the last 3 months trying to make her live on a farm, make her be somebody she's not? Really? You're really pulling that on her? And now she wants a totally reasonable wedding where she might actually know some of the guests and he can't even fake it for her. Fuck this guy. Seriously. Leave him. One thing I noticed interesting this time that I haven't noticed before, look at his eyes here. Does it look like he's been crying his eyes out or that they're swollen? I don't know. I don't read spoilers. I don't want to know. But did they break up? I mean, did they make it? Are they fighting during the, is he actually crying? What's happening here? I hate this guy. Let's move on. Okay, so we go over to Mike and Natalie. These two crazy kids have 13 days to wed. He's saying the days have been hard. They have good times. They have bad times. They have shitstorms. He's saying it's frustrating and there's too much pressure. Again, all things that make a marriage go great. So he's sighing, and then we see them back at the house together. He's saying that we're not going to sort out our issues. They only have a couple of weeks. They need to come to a decision. So it's weird. It's like all of a sudden he just throws in the towel. He literally says there's so much shit going on with Corona. It's getting crazy right now. It's not the best time to do anything. So, and then he hesitates and he gives her the ring. I'm not saying he gives her the ring back like peace out. He gives her his ring. And she says, maybe you want to ask me. And he says, will you be my fiancé again? I was shocked. We know what's coming for these two, but I did not expect this. I thought ring was go bye-bye. She was very happy to have it, but then of course, he's already pissed and she starts poking. So she's like, we forget everything. And he gets mad when she says that. What she means is, hey, forget when I was a jerk in Kiev and threw the ring back at you. Well, he starts getting pissed and remembering. So he's saying she's ruining the whole thing. He's pissy and she's surprised. He's saying she nitpicks. Yeah. And she says, do you forgive me for giving the ring in Kiev? And he says, no. So again, these two totally going to work out. So begrudgingly, she says she will be his fiancé, and he says, fine, put your hand out. Like, that's exactly how you want to get engaged again for the second time. She says this means a lot. It's a gift from his heart. I'm like, yeah, good luck with that. Now I can plan for the wedding. Thank you, God. And she says she missed her ring. He then says, let's go practice some non-social distancing. It seemed like he just really wanted to get laid. So he carries her to bed. They close the door. Awkward, awkward. There you go. So then we go over to Jovi and Yara. And again, she's had a hard day. He doesn't give a shit. He's out at the strip club. He says he's been to the strip club once or twice in the last 2 years. Nope, that's not what happened. The friends reveal he knows everybody there. He goes all the time. He used to go 6 to 7 days a week. Holy cow. One of the friends has a kid and wife at home, so he doesn't want to go to the strip club. They basically make fun of him, and then it's just two of them at the strip club. Isn't that sad? Two guys together at a strip club? Just saying. So many ones being thrown around. Again, he's saying it's his favorite strip club, and then he's like getting more and more drunk, saying, it's okay if I'm a few minutes late. So the dancers are there. They say they'll be there for his divorce party. He finds this hilarious. Yara's trying to call Jovi. He's not answering. He's busy throwing money at the dancers. He said he's got a few hours to pack. He's not going to be able to sleep. The friend wants to make sure that he has a great time. Yara just has to accept it. That's literally what the friend says. Ugh, no wonder the friend's single. So we see this dancer sitting on his lap, pouring champagne. The friend says, I didn't even care to learn the friend's name. They're awful. Friend pays for them to go upstairs and says, show Jovi a good time. Ugh. So they go upstairs, and that's how the episode ends. So then we see a flash to next episode, which I cannot wait for. Harris tells Stephanie that he loves her, you know, like you do after she was engaged to your cousin like 4 hours ago. And she says she has one more chance at this, so she's going to settle for Harris. Hazel and Tariq, they're still fighting about Minty. It's hard for me to care about that. Let's move on. Andrew and Yara are fighting over kids. He's pretending to be upset because things aren't working out. Isn't this something you figure out before quarantining in Serbia? Yara and Jovi, she's pissed. She's not talking to him. She says she wants to go back to Ukraine. Of course, this is on the way to go get married. She's telling him this. And then Natalie, oh, you guys, it looks like it's going down, and I can't wait to see what the heck is the straw that broke the camel's back. Natalie says the wedding is canceled, that her fiancé changed his mind, and we see her packing up. So I can't wait to see what happens. I think these two are both awful. They deserve each other. Curious to see what the final straw is for them. So I will be watching and recapping, and I can't wait to see what the heck happens. So you guys, that's it for the episode. It was a good one. I really enjoyed it. Thanks so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the new picture system. I feel like they're getting so much clearer. I'm so happy about that. I just hope you're enjoying the recaps. If you are and you want to further support the show, check out my Patreon. It's Real Housewives Recaps at Patreon. I'm recapping all kinds of stuff. I put bonus episode up the other day. I'm just doing Real Housewives in New York. I'm about to switch over to Below Deck soon. Just so much fun stuff going on. You guys are wonderful over there. Thank you guys for supporting the show. Thank you for all the wonderful comments. I really appreciate those. Even just a thumbs up really helps me out. I really appreciate it. Everybody stay healthy, stay safe. I will be getting back to your comments. I know I missed last week, but leave me comments below. I'll get back to you. Thank you guys for everything. Have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.